Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Greetings everybody guys. Today we will take a look at the Kiwi dollar because on the euro currency, as you can see, is nothing interesting yet. So mostly that we said previously still stands the same. Market shows not really very significant trading range, trading activity. So but on the New Zealand dollar we have the long-term interesting step. Maybe it has no impact on the really big trends that stands on the Kiwi dollar, but in a medium-term perspective and the short-term perspective, it's rather interesting, and at least we have here the interesting clear patterns that provides the direction. So for a considerable period of time. And last week we already have talked about it. So actually, in the weekly chart of the New Zealand dollar, we have good thrusting action up and a significant bullish grabber that has been formed couple of weeks ago. This grabber suggests the taking out of this top. But since the COP target minor extension of this A, B, C bottom pattern stands below this top, it lets us to suggest that maybe market, as it should, taking out of this top due to the grabber. It means that it probably will proceed higher to the next destination point, which is the OP. And it stands around 71 area. So that's approximately the target that we will keep an eye on. That is the long-term story. So we already discussed this. Meantime, on weekly chart as well, market has formed a kind of the bearish engulfing pattern, which suggests that probably market could show a bit deeper retracement here back inside of the body of the grabber before the upward direction will start. So that's in turn also could give us the butterfly with the same, as you can see, 107 extensions. Potentially, if it will be left wing, market could form right wing, and this 127 stands at the same 71 area approximately. So for long position taken, it was two opportunities. The first one has appeared last week when the market has hit our 67.14 target on intraday charts. That was temporal possibility for taking the long position. Another possibility will happen in the two ways. The first one, if the retracement that we are talking about will be completed, some kind of the ABCD action on intraday charts, that will be the first opportunity. Or conversely, if engulfing pattern will be destroyed, if, for example, market will move above this top, and that will tell that engulfing pattern has been erased if market will move higher. That will be a chance to take the long position only when the market will take it out of this top and starts upward continuation. This will be the sign that market already stands on the way up, and no retracement will happen. So we will try to find out how it's better to trade with both of these scenarios. On the daily chart, actually, we don't have something special. This pullback has been triggered by the daily overbought. If you remember, we talked about it, and also that was intraday, the COP target of the A, B, C bottom extension on the 4-hour time frame chart. So that was COP at the daily overbought, and that the reason why we have suggested the pullback. Now this pullback has happened, at least the first leg down. Now here you can see the picture of the possible action, which logically comes from bearish engulfing on the weekly. So it kind of the two leg down should be formed. Now market struggling with the resistance. So you can see here we have the double pivot points, and it's also the fib level here stand. Next chart that we will take a look at, this will be hourly, and after that we will turn to the 4-hour time frame chart. That will be just easier to understand what we would like to say. So on the hourly chart, guys, here's our previous analysis. So take a look. We said that the first leg down probably will be continued at 67.14 because here we have the OP target. of this APC top. Market also has formed a butterfly here as well, and you can see a real downward action has stopped in the 67.06. So we're mostly right on target. That was the first chance to go long, especially when you see this here market has formed reverse hand shoulder inspection. So if you have missed this opportunity, don't be upset with that, because we have the rather long-term story and it's a lot of chance to go long will appear. Now we are watching for this pullback up that usually comes after the engulfing pattern is completed. I mean the shape of the pattern itself. And since we have here a rather strong upward action, so let's suggest we could get kind of the hand shoulders pattern. Every time when we see hand shoulders, we talk about the market mechanics, and we say that market on the right side of the pattern, the bull should take the control of the market. How it usually looks like. You could see how it should look like. So take a look. It's very fast acceleration right on this second part of the hand shoulders pattern. So here as the bears control the market, you can see downward action as a fast. Here you can see reversal and fast upward action. So this, since here definitely we see the signs of the thrusting action, some impulse, upside momentum, it makes us think that we could get some kind of the deeper retracement and a kind of the hand shoulders pattern. So it means that the downward leg that we're suggesting on the daily chart should start not from this point, but maybe somewhere from the higher level. For scalp traders, you could keep an eye also on the bottom of the right arm, so you could give a chance to take the scalp long position with this ABCD pattern. Now, if our suggestion about the hand shoulders could be correct, now we could take a look how the overall picture could look like. On the 4-hour time frame chart, that's our first drop down. Here you can see, guys, by the way, you could see the COP target. So this first leg is completed. Now we're standing with the upward action. That is the hand shoulder shape, AB equals CD target. And then if the weekly engulfing pattern will start to work, we should get another downside action. This could be kind of the AB equals CD. Take a look, and in this case we will get the drop right to the 66.58, the major 618 support, and potentially we could get large gutless triple 2 buy pattern, which will be very good step for taking the position in advance of the with the bullish grabber that we have on the weekly chart. That's the first scenario that we could keep an eye on in New Zealand dollar. So you can see a lot of chance for taking the position here. So scalp traders could think about taking the long position here on retesting on the conference support, forming on the right arm with this perspective of the ABC. Bears, scalp bears could watch for ending of the and shoulders pattern, kind of gutless triple to sell and taking position with the scalp trade right down here. Daily, weekly traders could wait for a large gutless triple to buy the opportunity taking the long position with the upward continuation based on the bullish grabber on the weekly. So as you can see, really a lot of setups are forming there. Second scenario, when the market just will continue move higher, it's more simple. In this case, no deeper retracement will happen. Market will erase the engulfing pattern on the weekly, and as soon as this top will be taken out, well, in this case we could just waiting for some retracement, waiting for, say, gutless triple to buy and taking the position with the grabber that we have. So that's what we see right now on the Kiwi dollar. Let's see how the situation will develop here, because overall stop looks really interesting.